Welcome back. 10-mile forest run. We're in Sherwood Forest or Sherwood Pines. 10-mile forest run, 16 kilometres, whichever way you want to measure it. Never done out like this before. I've done a few trail runs, but not a forest run. If I'm honest, well, it's a bit bright. It's a bit bright, it's a bit early. Swap me up. I don't really know what difference between a forest run and a trail run is. We are about to find out. I've done a few trail runs, decent, I like them. Forest run, I don't know. It describes it on website. Downhill, rugged terrain. There's going to be tree roots about, loads of things to dodge and that sort of stuff. Squirrels, badgers. I don't know. Just going to get some excuses in pretty early as well. I've got a few niggles on knee. Hot sauce last night. Dogs at my own work. That sort of stuff. So, to be honest, I am going to be pushing. We're going to try and get a decent result here today. But I wanted to do this because I've not done any 10-mile races. I've done half marathons, you know, 10Ks, 5Ks, and I've done a 10-mile one. So there's no big real pressure for a PB or anything like that. Whatever I do today will probably be a 10-mile PB. Saying that, when I did the half marathon, that'll set a 10-mile PB. Well, anyway, there's no big real pressure or anything like that to set a sort of massive PB. It's, you know, when I have done a 10-miler fast via an half marathon, you know, in the middle of an half marathon, it's been done on super flat pancake courses. So yeah, I'm not expecting out. I'm just going to go for it, empty tank, see what we can get. But yeah, there's a few different distances on today. There's I think there's a 5K, a 10K, and 10-miler. We're obviously doing 10-miler. We're gonna have a little buzz about. It looks all right. Loads of stuff here as well. Bike trails, running trails, Go 8 things, you know, zip line thing in the sky. So Sherwood Forest. I don't know much about Nottingham and about Sherwood Forest. The one thing I do know is about this guy. I don't even know if he's real or not. You'll have to let me know. Robin Hood and Maid Marian cycle trail. So Robin Hood lived in Sherwood Forest apparently, and he used to steal from the rich and give to the poor, and the Sheriff of Nottingham used to try and catch him and steal it all back. But yeah, it's about all I know about now. It's about all I know about Sherwood Forest and Nottingham. But yeah, we're gonna have a buzz round here today. Look at this Go 8 stuff here, if you can see. So it's like climbing frames and sort of bridges through trees. So you'll hook your scent on and have a little buzz about. It looks decent. Ah, look, we found the Gruffalo as well. The Gruffalo. Do you like Gruffalo crumble? Who's this guy? Gruffalo crumble. Ah, decent. But yeah, anyway, trail run, forest run. You're just going to be absolutely blitzing through forest, trees everywhere, as you'd expect. But it says like there's tree roots, uneven surfaces. You know, it's going to be a bit, you know, proper off-road stuff really, which I'm looking forward to. It's just going to be something a little bit different. Got full trail shoes on today. I've put skins on and a long sleeve top as well. I just don't want to be getting bit by out. There's always something biting me, flies or something. I must taste nice. I'm probably like prime fillet steak. Anyway, right, catch you in a bit. So just had a little jog, and there is still a bit of a niggle in my knee. I don't know how to play this one. I don't know whether to go at it 100% or whether just, I think I'm going to go at it about 80%. My half marathon pace, so this is a 16-kilometre race. Half marathon's 21 kilometres. On a pancake flat course, my half marathon pace is 4:40. I think I'm probably going to go out at about 4:45. Just because it's a, you know, forest run, trail run. I'm going to be up and down, probably going to be a little bit harder. Less distance, and then I'm going to see how it is from there. And then I might mix it up a little bit each kilometre. But there's no pressure today. I just want to get it done in a decent time, try and get an half decent result. But I don't want to injure myself. I've got to listen to my body. Just a bit of a slight niggle in the knee. I've been building mileage for weeks and weeks. I've had an easier week this week, an easier week last week. It has got better. but I don't want to wreck my sen. So, right, I need to go and get registered anyway. I'm going to have a proper warm-up. Everything sort of seems to sort itself out, or you see where you are after a decent warm-up, really. So we'll do that. We're going to have a decent warm-up, see where we are.
Okay, guys, we're going to count down from 5. And this is 10 milers only going off now. Please, if you're other distances, you shouldn't be starting now. 10 milers only. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And we're off. Notice straight away this hydration pack's making some right noise. Jesus. So we're going to try and pace it evenly for about half marathon pace. Try and pick you up in each kilometre or each mile. But we're off out at the front at a minute, which I didn't expect. So it's first bit. Yeah. Got a cyclist up there. And we're just off uphill at the minute. A bit too fast. Went off at the minute. We're at 3:49 pace. So we're going to try and settle in the half marathon pace, which is about 4:40 per kilometre. And then we'll see how we get on. If we can turn it up, we'll turn it up. If not, we'll take it easy. But knee feels alright. Look at this Sherwood forest. Look at that. What we've got behind me. I'll pick you up in a kilometre or two. So just approaching first kilometre at 16. And I'm at 4:33 per kilometre pace, which is faster than what I wanted, but it feels alright. I think we're going to slowly keep slowing it down to 4:40 pace. But at the minute, what I find odd is 8-minute pace has gone past me, so he's well in front of his pace. And normally I'd be trying to shoot off, trying to catch them, and that's not happening. Not yet. But we're reining in, because we need to be, ideally in my head already I've started thinking hour and 15 minutes for this, which I think I've got to be happy with. But yeah, there's a pathway at the minute that we're on. I thought we were going to be like full on fruit forest, which it very well may be, but yeah, at the minute not feeling too bad. This is, we're just on half marathon pace now, 4:40 per kilometre. Road's going to split off into different sections in a minute. We need to make sure we're following our route, the red route for 10 miler. There's leading pack in front. Got someone behind us here. There you go. Pick you up in a couple of kilometres. 2.5k in, averaging a 4:40, last kilometre 4:50. Look at this hill, absolutely brutal. Could do one of them ski lifts. This weren't in brochure, this bit, one of them all of the extras that you get for free. Could do without it. Eight-minute pace is still there. Defo do we working on hill work. That was brutal, that hill. Do you know what? I'm absolutely sweating buckets. When I get to the 10k point, I wish I'd done 10k. but it is what it is. I think we're just starting to, legs feel alright, no pain from knee, which is good. But that hill took it out me. It's mad that. I think I'm as fit as out. Getting near a big hill and I'm knackered. That 80-minute pack's gone away from me. So we need to get after them and get that caught up. They're just there. Right, I'll pick you up in a few more K. So this is what I expected. Forest run. There's no path. Look at that. So first bit, not like on a stony path, but this bit with full on fruit forest. And it all seems to be uphill. I've only just come back to here, I'm only on 3.6k. We can still see 80-minute pace up there in orange. But we are slowing a bit. It's tough as old boots this. Last kilometre 5:05, but it was mainly uphill. I think we're averaging a 4:51 at minute, so slower than half marathon pace, but it's not even comparable. Heart rate's 155. She's not too bad really. It's just tough. If I want to get good at this sort of stuff, I'm gonna have to start doing hill work, and I hate it. Look at this. Look how nice this is. Right, I really will pick you up in a few kilometres now. I'm gonna try and enjoy some of this and concentrate a bit, because it is difficult with stick in my hand. I set me out to anyone that does running races with GoPro in the hand all the way around, because it is bloody hard work. In a bit. Right, so we've just gone past the 3 mile mark. We're just coming up to 5k. And I was getting, I was with 2 other kids, and I could sense I could go a bit faster. So I've just pushed on, but I don't know if it was a mistake. We'll see if they'll come past me in a bit. But I think they were just going a little bit too slow. I can just see 80-minute pacer right in front. I think on a road I'd be good for an hour and 15, but this is a different ball game. I like it, just not used to it. And when I'm on road, I have my carbons on, and here we are, we've got the old Nike Wild Horse 8s on. Stable shoe. I trust these shoes, they're always comfy. Never rolled an ankle in one on trails. But for dear life, I'm just hanging on to that 80-minute pacer, trying not to let him go anywhere. Done 5k in about 24:30, 24:40ish. I think. Average K 4:54, last K 5:03. Yeah, it's tough this. I'll pick you up in a bit. Oh, this bit's amazing. It's like chicane after chicane going downhill in between all these brambles. You can have 10 miler. Yeah. Cheers. So like loads of downhill chicanes in between loads of brambles. Going uphill now. My Achilles heel. And there's 80-minute pacer. Yeah, there's some really cool sections in here. Just surprise you out of nowhere. We're back on path again now. Got someone coming up, I can hear them. But yeah, decent. We're at 6k, feeling alright. That downhill section just give me a bit of a nap. Here we go. Well done.
You too. Are you gonna film all the way around?
No, just bits and bobs where it gets a bit interesting. But by the time I get to an interesting bit, I've gone past it and I've got camera out too late. I think you're second lady, you know.
Oh,
All right, yeah. They went past me that quick, I couldn't count them then.
they're right already in front.
Here we go. 6k. See if we can catch that 80-minute pace there. Pick you up in a bit. So we're about, it was just over 7k in, and at the minute we're absolutely grinding this incline. I've got fourth lady just come past me. She's an absolute warrior. She's towed me along for the past mile. But at this bit we're absolutely grinding. Middle bit at race, and it's tough as fuck. We've had a gel. I had one at start and I had one for mid-race. And it is just all uphill now. Obviously I'm presuming there's going to be some downhill bits, but last kilometre 5:05. So we've had to really push on these uphill sections not to lose any time. I think downhill sections I'm just banking time. But it feels like forever since we had a downhill section, I can still see 8-minute pace. He's like a dot now. But as long as I can see him, there's a bit of hope. And I think it's fastest pacer there is here today. Yeah, it's tough, man. It's different, but it's tough. I can feel my send just slowing a bit, and that's alright. We'll have a breather, we'll have a drink of water, some electrolytes in us, and we'll pick pace back up. But yeah, look at it. Beautiful, in the middle of nowhere. There's nothing here. Just a bunch of runners getting after it. Any niggles I had have gone. I don't know if that's just adrenaline from race or after I've been warmed up properly, or my brain just saying shut up, get on with it, we'll deal with that later. But beautiful day. I'll pick you up in a bit. We're just coming up to 9k. It's on a bit of a downhill bit. Last kilometre 5:06, should increase a little bit. Average 4:58. So yeah, I'm alright with it. We're running on sand at the minute, which is mad. But yeah, we're pushing on. Could just do with a few more downhill bits. A bit of pain in my toe. This hydration pack's slugging about off. But I'd rather have it. And only take them on half marathon and upwards, but I thought it was going to be a bit warm today, and it's been a 10 miler. And I knew it was going to be difficult on trails, forest, wherever. Someone came past me a minute with some barefoot shoes. I don't know how I feel about that, especially on trails, but when I say they came past me, they weren't doing 10 miles, they were doing 5k, I think. But yeah, but I'll pick up in a bit. Nearly at 10k, and still I grind. Massive uphill bit, honestly. I don't know if you can see, tree roots all over the place. It's uphill, and it's brutal. I don't know if any routes are harder than others. But at this point, I wish I'd done 10k. That's just a demon in your head. I feel like I'm starting to slow. My legs are seizing a bit, but I think it's just because we're going uphill. It's getting a bit difficult. Mile 7. Just over 11k in. I'm just trying to manage pace now. Last kilometre we're at 5:16. averaging a 5:01. Ideally I want to get it back in under 80 minutes. 8-minute pace is miles in front of the pace that I'm going at, saying that I should just be able to do it. Got a bit of company behind me, but I'm not too worried about position. Just want to get it boxed off in 80 minutes if I can. I think we're going to start picking pace up soon. Another brutal uphill section here, but I've enjoyed this, something different. Bit of pacing involved, bit of strategy, different terrain, different obstacles. I spent a lot of this race by myself, so you've got to keep pushing yourself. There's a few people in front and a few behind me, so it helps. But yeah, tough now. 11.5k, so we've got 4.5k left to do. Let's catch you in a bit. I nearly went wrong way then, following someone else that was going wrong way. But then I didn't know if they were going wrong way, so I didn't shout back. But then I seen blue signs at last minute, so I think someone's gone well off piste. Feel bad, I should have shouted him, but I think they were running 10 miler, so that's another place in my pocket. 12.5k uphill. We've got to grind this out. Last kilometre of 4:45, bit downhill. Overall a 4:59 we're averaging. So we can keep this up. We'll box it off in under 80 minutes. But the 80-minute pacer is miles in front. He's probably had some speed for breakfast. In a bit. 8 mile, 13k in. Just on a downhill bit. I should be banking time really here and speeding up, but I'm just having a minute. Feeling alright. It's on a right uneven bit, this sand, gravel, stones, bit of grass, but it's all decent. I'm mixed in with 10k runners at the minute, but I think we're doing alright for 10 miler so far. I think we're in about 20th. I'll pick you up near end. Just approaching 14k, we're turning it up. I don't even know where this pace has come from. I'm just running a minute in a few seconds slower than my 10k road race pace, but I'll take it. Got some people to catch, I'll see you in a bit. I'm into the last mile, about 1.3 kilometres to go, 1.3 kilometres. An 8-minute pacer is nowhere in sight. I'm fuming, but I want to do it in under 80 minutes. You want sacking? But you know what, I've enjoyed this. Brutal workout. There were a lot of uphills, but it gives you back in downhills. And there's quite a few downhills as well. I just didn't know of course, so I didn't know when they were coming. My legs are a bit stiff now. I've not been to this distance for a few weeks, so I might need to do a few half marathons in training again. I don't think I've done an half for about 6 weeks. But yeah, feeling alright. Legs are just feeling a bit stiff. There's been a lot of uphill bits, but we're alright. I'll see you at finish. We're just going round last bit now. Got sweat in my eye. An high fiver. Here we go. 100 metres to finish. I don't think we've got much left in the tank. We're here to go. We're mixed up with 5 and 10k runners here as well. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 10 miler. Couldn't film much at finish. Copyright music, and I ain't got, fortunately, copyright rights to play Queen. So happy with that. 1 hour 19 minutes, so 79 minutes and some seconds. I'll put it up there. I'm not sure what position I came in or my age yet, but I'll put it up and we'll have a look. I think it was pretty decent. Did get overtook right at end. Small boy came past me, and do you know what, I just didn't have will or legs to do it. I was more than happy with what I'd done, and I'd picked pace up quite rapidly in about kilometre 13 and 14, and I think that were the last bit I didn't tank. It's an 100 metre stretch, I just didn't quite have legs to turn it over. Went past a few people, but they weren't in my race, they were in 10k. But yeah, you know what, already I don't know where I've come, but I'm happy with it. I think I've done alright. One thing though, 80-minute pacer completely disappeared, and I finished in 79 minutes. So, you know, I don't ever want to bring out negative to a race or say out, but job at pacer is to pace it. If I finished 1 minute under 80 minutes and he completely disappeared, I don't know what he were pacing, but words needed to be had. But this were brill. Absolutely loved it. I didn't have a clue what course we're going to be like. I could have looked. I just thought I'm going to rock up and do it. And every corner and every hill were a surprise. It were like, what's coming next, what's coming next. So I'm happy with time considering. I'm happy with pacing as well. There were some bits where I was hitting my goal pace, some bits I was going faster and some bits I was going slower. So, do you know what? I weren't as, I thought I were, you know, I wouldn't say injured, but a bit worn out. All these niggles and whatnot, but I weren't. I were alright once we got going. I were alright. My toes are hurting a bit. At this pace though, on this terrain, I don't think I had much more in me than doing a 10 miler today, doing that pace. I probably need to extend my long run again a little bit. I've been focusing on 5k and 10k stuff recently, trying to build that pace on there a little bit, which you can't do it all at once. You can't do pacing and distance, but over the next few weeks I think I'll have to do a few steady half marathons just to bring that back in a little bit. But I've enjoyed this, bit of fun, no pressure. Whatever time I got, it didn't really matter. But halfway through I decided I was going for 80 minutes just because that was fastest pacer. But if I can beat the fastest pacer time, then I'm doing alright. So yeah, happy with that. Thought in my head before I came 1 hour 15, but I don't do many trail runs, forest runs out like that, so I don't really know too much about pacing. But one thing I can say, it's massively different to road. But yeah, there were quite a few hills in here, and some of them took it at me a bit, but there were a few downhill sections as well, so it's sort of, I'd say it worked out about even. But yeah, Sherwood Forest, or Sherwood Smash as it's called, Roy Castle Lung Foundation charity run. Yeah, it was decent. I'm not just saying I'd probably consider doing this one again. I wanted to box off loads of different stuff, but this one were alright. Glad I ran with hydration pack as well. So for a 10 miler, definitely use hydration pack. 2 gels, one at start, one at about 6.5, 7k. But yeah, it all went alright. Bit of a medal, let's have a look. It's not too bad. Doesn't say 10 miler on it, which I'm fuming about. I don't like medals or ribbons where it doesn't say what distance you've done. But we've got a t-shirt as well. It's the first t-shirt I've had. You normally have to pay for them, but here you got it for free. Whether they've just built that into the price. Very clever. Well listen, thanks very much for coming along. I've really enjoyed doing this one a little bit differently. You know, I always wear chest mount, but I've done it holding it in my hand. That's just because I weren't going 100% today. It was probably about 85-90%, but I can do it that way. But I take me out to anybody that goes 100% and does it in their hand like this. But I am glad that you have come along with me. Let me know what you think of it. Forest run, something a bit different. I don't know if you could see it from all angles. I tried flipping camera around sometimes so you could have a look. So I suppose on Chestmark you'd have seen what I was seeing, but you got to see me. We had a bit of a chat. But anyway, yeah, another race boxed off, another medal in pocket. Thanks very much for coming along. As ever, don't miss your training, don't miss your workout, lace up and empty the tank, and I'll see you next time.